In this tutorial we going to explain the doctor waiting list. The doctor is the only one who can open his waiting list. First, the doctor will click on the waiting list. Then, all the waiting list will be available for the current date. If it is required, the doctor can choose previous dates by clicking on the date. Note the three colors refers to the patient status. The green is old patient, the yellow is revisit patient, the blue is a new patients. The estimated waiting time for the patient will appear in here since the transaction. These numbers will indicate how many times the patient have visited the doctor. Note, if the patient have any result, it will appear in here. The doctor must click on the check-in button for the patient. A new screen will appear in which it will be the medical screen for the patient who checked in. In the left corner of the screen, some of the patient info will be available. The doctor can choose if the patient is pregnant or not. The doctor have the ability to give an appointment to the patient from the care plan. Now the doctor will choose the appointment according to the patient by clicking once on the empty cell. Note that the appointment has been booked by the current patient name. If the cell has been clicked once again, the appointment will be deleted. For the exit, the doctor must press on the escape from the keyboard. If the patient have any allergy, the doctor will write the allergy type in here. Then, the doctor will fill all the vital signs of the patients. He can click on the plus or the minus button or enter the values from the keyboard directly. If the more button is clicked, more of the vital signs will appear. All the medical history of the patient will be in medical history. All the required forms for the patient will be in here. The doctor will write all the required medical data of the patient in the form. He must click on the Save button after finishing. And for the exit, he will click on the Escape from the keyboard. Now the doctor will write all the required medical info of the patient, such as chief complaint, significant signs, and diagnosis. He can either write the required medical info, or choose it from the Choose bar. He can also choose the required medical info from the Favorite bar. All the selected medical info must be available in here. The doctor can add notes for each diagnosis by clicking on the three dots and then select the notes. He can also delete the diagnosis by the same way. Now the doctor will write his orders for the patient. He can change the quantity of any order in here. He must add the details for any order. If he want to add notes for the order, he will click on the three dots and then select the notes. He can also send the order for approval by the same way. All the selected order must be available in here. He can also select the required order from the filter bar. Important note, everything that has been done in this screen is automatically saved except the forms. After finishing writing all the required medical info of the patient, the doctor will click on the Checkout button. The new request that has been done for the patient will appear in here.